No, sir. No, sir. Okay, you scared them off. You scared them off. They're scared now. Hey guys, so it's happened to me again. I bought another car. 1966 Plymouth Barracuda. It's a fastback car. I think it was the first fastback car, the 64. Came out right before Mustang. Mustang's fastback, but Ford had a better name than Plymouth, and the Mustang got more popular. Anyway, don't cuss me if I'm wrong on that. This car was a neighbor of mine's back in Texas. I lived by him for 2 years, and he's actually a damn good mechanic, and he used to come over and help me out with my old cars and stuff. When I'd get stuck on something, he'd come help me, and very knowledgeable guy, very helpful guy too. So unfortunately, he doesn't have the time for it anymore. He's got 3 kiddos at home and a wife, and he's going to some schooling now and stuff like that, trying to better their situation. He came outside of the gas station one day, and the freeze plug was leaking antifreeze, and he was smart and parked it instead of trying to push the envelope. He was obviously able to replace the freeze plug, but he had other vehicles and stuff like that, so he just kind of parked it and kept putting it on the back shelf, and never got to it. And he went out there and started tearing the motor down one day and realized that he wasn't going to get it done. So he wanted to sell it to somebody that would get it done, and luckily I was the one that was blessed with the opportunity. So Ed, if you ever see this, man, I appreciate the opportunity and for blessing me with the car, and I'll try to do my absolute best to do my part of it. Like I said, I don't know much about the Dodge MOPAR stuff, Plymouth. I'm a Chevy guy. I've been getting into Volkswagens recently, but this is a little bit different. So I'm sure we'll figure it out. It's just going to be a learning experience as we go. The puppy's going to help me, so that'll go a lot faster. He got the car when he was 15. Someone tried to swap out to a different carburetor. They didn't hook back up the transmission detent cable to kick down the transmission, and couldn't figure out why the car wouldn't go, so they parked it. You can see last tags are 1212 and 23, which would be 213. So it's been sitting for 7 to 8 years, would be a more accurate guess, I believe. So he probably drove it for the better part of 7 years, 8 years, and then parked it for that amount of time. He left me with tons and tons of extras. Not only do I have everything to complete the job, but I also have extra parts to complete the job, so we should not have any problems with that. 318 motor. It's not the original motor. It's out of a later vehicle. He's already done all the work, taken all the stuff out and everything, but I've got all the pieces for it. Everything's taped up properly, so nothing can get down in the motor. Hood's in great shape, no dents, no kinks, nothing like that. He knows about everything about this car. I need to ask him about this paint tag, make sure these numbers are correct, and we're going to go back to factory colors. At least the factory paint, maybe not all the interior and everything. Look at that. Look at all my beauties in one shot. 73 Beetle, 84 C10, 66 C10, 77 Camaro, 71 Volkswagen, 66 Barracuda. and a puppy. Look at that window. Boy, oh boy. Alright guys, like I said, the guy owned the car for a very long time. He had tons of extra parts for it. He gave them all to me with the car. So, like I said, I have everything I need to complete the job plus more. I'm going to dig through all that stuff in a separate video. But right now I'm going to show you how everything is in the car, all the extra stuff. Like I said, I took 3 boxes and those were carburetors. He gave me those separately. So they technically weren't with the car. I have the carburetor that goes with the car and the spare carburetor for the car. So anyway, I'm going to just show you guys the inside of the car, exactly how it is right now, and then in a separate video we'll dig through everything. I actually have 2 of these key rings. I just put the keys together on the same one so I wouldn't lose them. I'm going to show you a little bit of the car just to not be a tease, but that is a purple shaft cam. I think that's what they call it. It's a MOPAR cam. It's a camshaft for an engine. The engine that's in here is actually a roller rocker motor, so I can't use this camshaft unless I change the heads, which I'm probably not going to do. So I think I'm going to trade this to another MOPAR guy for some labor. He said anything flat inside the car is bundled up inside here, so I don't know what that means. I said give me an example. He said door panels. He said that they're blue, so we're going to get to the bottom of that, but in another video. There's another grill right there. There's a transmission rebuild kit. The radiator's underneath it. If you guys don't know, because I didn't know, the Chrysler key goes upside down. So normally you'd put your key in this way, but you actually put it in this way. The key's been hanging right there. See, you kinda gotta work it back, so I'm gonna lube that. Okay, there's boxes and boxes. Got some extra beauty rings, all kinds of stuff in here. Like I said, we're gonna dig through this in another video. Alright, so there's the trunk. It does not have a seal around it, so I need to get some trunk weather stripping for sure. I didn't say this earlier, but there is a dent right here in the front of this car. If you can see it. I think it was a pole of some sort. I honestly think that my body guy can pull that dent out, and we're not going to have a problem with that. But I have some extra panels in case. He gave me 2 extra fenders, 1 for each side. This one's got a little cancer in there, down there, but either way we have the spare sheet metal that we need. I also have another trunk lid. My trunk lid's perfectly fine, so that's going to end up on the wall as a memory of this. Alright, let me get in this side. All the doors open great. The buttons do kind of stick because, well, it didn't stick that time, but they do kind of stick. I just need to oil everything, lube everything up. I got 2 service manuals. Big old thick one there. That's everything for this car. And this is small block MOPAR engines, which I really need this book because I don't know much about these things. You can see just more spare parts. There's a water pump starter. I already took the carburetor box inside. There's a fan pulley, which I think he said that's an extra fan pulley. Anyways, tons and tons of parts. Alright guys, well, I was getting set up to pull this motor out last night and didn't quite make it. The transmission bolt was holding me up. But anyway, I want to kind of show you guys the condition that I got the car in. If you did see the chain on top of the motor, I did that, and the the filter relocation was actually still bolted up. I unbolted it. That's about as far as I got last night. So this is pretty much exactly how I got the car. In the next video, I'm going to pull the motor and transmission out of here and take a look at it. We're going to need to degrease it. We're going to clean it all up, paint it, put new gaskets if they need it. And then we're going to start on the engine bay, cleaning it up. We're going to sand everything down. We're going to do the full thing on this car. So if you guys are interested, stick along for the ride. I'm really excited about this car. Like I said, I'm a Chevy guy. This isn't really my thing, but it's a super cool opportunity for me and a pretty cool story. So I'm excited to do this. I'm going to try to do it to the best of my ability. So I hope you guys stick around for the ride.